I learned my father told the entire family I'd moved overseas to escape responsibility. I didn't confront him. I just showed up unannounced at his anniversary dinner with someone who knew exactly where he really was 10 years ago. My name's Trevor, and for 8 years I've been paying my parents' mortgage while living 2 hours away in Portland. Dad told everyone I fled to Singapore after making bad choices. The family believed him. It started when I was 25, fresh out of college, decent job in tech support. Dad called saying they were struggling with the house payment. Mom had been laid off, his hours were cut. Could I help temporarily? Temporarily became permanent. $2,400 every month, wired directly to their account. I kept my apartment small, drove a 15-year-old Civic, skipped vacations. Family comes first, right? I visited every other weekend, 3-hour round trip. Dad was never home during my visits. Always working, Mom said. Always busy. I'd help her with yard work, fix things around the house, stay for dinner. Last month, my Aunt Patricia called about Thanksgiving plans. Shame you're so far away, she said. Your father says you're doing well in Singapore though. I nearly dropped my phone. Aunt Pat, I'm in Portland. I've been here the whole time. Long silence. Trevor, your father's been telling everyone you moved overseas 2 years ago. Said you were too busy with some startup to visit. After we hung up, I sat in my car outside a grocery store for an hour. Why would he lie? I called my cousin Monica. She'd heard the same story. Singapore, startup, too important to come home. I went through old family texts. Every time I mentioned visiting, Dad had an excuse ready. We'll be out of town. Mom's not feeling well. Let's reschedule. But Mom always seemed surprised when I'd show up anyway. Something felt wrong. I hired a private investigator named Dwight. Gave him Dad's work schedule, his car info, everything. Just tell me what he's actually doing, I said. 2 weeks later, Dwight called. You need to see this in person. His office smelled like burnt coffee. He slid a folder across the desk. Photos of Dad with another woman. Different house. 2 kids, maybe 10 and 13. Birthday parties, grocery runs, school pickups. That's in Henderson, Nevada, Dwight said. He drives there every Thursday, stays until Sunday. Been doing it for at least 12 years based on property records. The woman's name was Lydia Walsh. Same last name. He'd married her 11 years ago. Never divorced, Mom. I felt sick. Does she know about us? Dwight shook his head. Called her, pretending to verify employment. She thinks she's his only wife. Thinks he travels for work during the week. I sat there processing. My mortgage payments were funding his double life. The business trips were his other family. Every lie, every excuse, every time he made me feel guilty for asking questions. Their 40th anniversary party was already planned. Mid-November at the Riverside Event Center. 200 guests. Extended family flying in. Mom had been planning it for months, posting updates in the family group chat I was mysteriously removed from. I didn't tell anyone what I knew. Instead, I bought a plane ticket stub from Singapore, found a guy online who makes convincing fakes, paid extra for rush delivery, got a luggage tag, some foreign receipts, built a whole fake travel history. Then I called Lydia Walsh. Mrs. Walsh, my name's Trevor. I think we need to talk about Gregory. The conversation lasted 2 hours. She cried. I cried. We compared photos, dates, stories. Her kids were Camden and Iris. He told her his work family in Oregon didn't understand him. Told her he was building a better life for them. He's having an anniversary party, I said, for his 40-year marriage to my mother. Her voice went cold. What's the address? The night of the party, I dressed in my best suit, printed my fake boarding pass. I'd told Mom I was coming. She'd cried with joy, said she'd kept a seat for me despite Dad's protests. I arrived exactly at 8 p.m. The room was full. Cousins I hadn't seen in years. Aunt Patricia, Uncle Maurice, everyone. I walked in carrying a small rolling suitcase for effect. Sorry I'm late from overseas, I announced loudly. The room erupted. People swarmed me. Dad stood near the bar, champagne glass frozen halfway to his mouth, his face drained of color. Then the door opened again. Lydia walked in, Camden and Iris behind her. Mom found the mortgage statements in my jacket during the chaos, every payment, my name, 8 years, and filed for divorce the next morning.